Was geht, Leute? Willkommen zurück zu Judgment. Ich hoffe, du bist wieder mit dabei. Bevor wir mit dem Video anfangen, abonniert, lasst eine Bewertung da, aktiviert die Glocke und unten in der Beschreibung ist alles, ja, mein Insta-Twitch-Kanal. Tut abonnieren, alles ist kostenlos, Mann. Und jetzt geht's weiter. Und bevor es weitergeht, muss ich erst nochmal Essen probieren. Wow. Anja, danke, dass du den Kanal probiert hast. Wie du schon gemerkt hast, war Wasabi leider etwas ungleichmäßig verteilt. Auf alles besser zu vermischen. So, und jetzt Zeit für die nächste Delikatesse. Ich habe ein Okonomiyaki gemacht. Ich habe das mal probiert, aber es ist so ein Bori war und es war einfach himmlisch. Probierst du sicher begeistert? Okay, wir probieren jetzt einfach mal diese Okonomiyaki. Das Gesicht, komm, Yagami. Hä? Was? Das ist das Gesicht. Oha, mein Leben, oh May. Ja. Die hat's echt. Wenn Yagami sagt, es schmeckt lecker, dann schmeckt's lecker. Wir werden hier laden, richtig gut. Dinger, Mann. Aber jetzt, was wir machen müssen, ist, wir müssen zum Tender. Warum? Saurisan ist mit der anderen dort. Und wisst ihr noch, wie Saurisan aussieht? Das wisst ihr ganz genau. Ich hab sie sogar. Zumindest würde ich das gerne behaupten, aber ja, dass es wohl noch dauern wird. Sofern wird es soweit sein. Fürs Essen genieße ich weiter meinen neuen Kochkünste und für dich werde ich noch mehr Leckereien zubereiten. Jawohl, danke dir, Tumioka. Also dann, wir sehen uns bestimmt bald wieder. Du bist so ein Jagger, du bist ein Übel. Nicht, dass ich... Kannst du mit... So leider nicht mehr, dass ich meinen Teil leisten konnte. Ey, Yagami! Yagami! Was ist das rechts unten, ey? Wer willst du verarschen, Alter? Ich hab gerade das Video angefangen und gleich müsst ihr kommen, oder ihr seid übel, ey. Nicht, weil ich Angst hab vor denen, sondern ich habe einfach keine Lust, Alter, die ganze Zeit immer zu kämpfen. Mal 28%, Alter. Krass, ey. Endlich beim Tender, Alter. Wo kommt man hier wieder rein? Ah, von hier. So, da wären wir. Wo seid ihr, Alter?
Sorry, son.
Took you long enough. This is Mika-san.
Hey, I'm Yagami. Mind if I join you?
Be my guest.
This is the man you served 6 months ago? You're certain?
Yeah, that's him.
We already discussed Hoshiki and Shono. Mika-san was at their table, without a doubt.
That's Shono-san, right?
Yeah. What were they like?
I guess nothing stood out about them more than any other pair of businessman types. Hoshiki-san complained about his boss, while Shono-san just nodded and smiled.
What was Hashiki saying?
He was going on and on about this Kido-san guy. Have you heard about that new dementia drug, 89?
Yeah, I'm kind of familiar.
Not surprised. They used to talk about it on TV a bunch. Anyway, apparently Kido-san's kind of a big shot guy on the 89 research team.
And Hashiki and Shono were talking shit about him?
Yeah. Sounds like Kido-san was getting wined and dined by all sorts of people who wanted to profit off 89. From what I heard, not all those deals were above board.
Secret deals, huh? Is Kiro-san working with the Yakuza?
Hashiki-san didn't give specifics, but he did say 89 could buy a lot of influence. And about the cut he'd be getting later. He seemed like a really shady guy, actually.
Interesting.
Schon viele Beispiele. Wie hat sich Shono verhalten? Die beiden Sachen interessieren mich gerade übertrieben.
How was Shono acting that night at the club?
Well, he spent most of the night staring at my chest. Hashiki-san kept going on about Kito-san all the same, though.
Maintain eye contact, Yagami-san.
Shono-san seemed more interested in being a creep than indulging him, though.
You don't think he was listening to Hashiki-san then?
Nope, didn't seem like it.
Disgruntled boss on one side, closet perv on the other.
But then, out of the blue, Hashiki-san said this.
There's something fishy going on with 89, I just know it.
Did he have any idea what it was?
What did he say again? Something about fabrication or falsification.
Data fabrication? Falsifying the effects of the drug?
Yeah, that was it. He kept going on about how 89 was too good to be true. And how weird it is that it just came out of nowhere.
So he brought Shono to the club to try and figure out if 89 was real.
Right.
What did Shono say?
Just, there's nothing fishy about it.
But then Hashiki-san yelled back,
I don't believe that for a second.
it was kind of awkward seeing how desperate he was.
Makes sense he'd be desperate, though.
Why?
He promised this guy Kajihira he'd shut down the ADDC. Did you ever hear Hashiki mention a Kajihira?
Kajihira.
It's a big construction company based out of Kansai. Basically, Hashiki was working for this Kajihira, trying to shut down the ADDC.
Wait, I thought Hashiki-san was super important, like vice director or something.
He was. Kajihira's money was too much for him to refuse, though.
Either way, I don't remember hearing them talk about a Kajihira.
I gotta say, you remember a lot for a conversation that happened 6 months ago.
Can you blame me? The poor man got beaten to death right afterward. I replay this a lot.
Right. Sorry.
And at that point, I already knew about 89. See, my grandma has pretty bad Alzheimer's. So, I was hoping they'd release it to the public soon.
I'm sure that made the conversation stick out to you.
Yeah, when I heard Kito-san was just another slime ball, I don't know, kind of broke my heart.
Tragic.
Alles
Thanks
klar.
for this, Mika-chan. You must be exhausted.
That's all of it?
Yeah, you helped us more than you know. Be safe on your way back.
Thank you.
What time's your shift start tomorrow, Saori-san?
Sorry, I'm not coming back tomorrow.
Huh?
It was a one-night thing. I got to see a side of myself I didn't know I had, though.
Man, this stinks. You're so pretty, Saori-san, and I was pumped to learn more from you.
I don't think I have much left to teach. I might be able to help you, though, as a friend.
You're a lawyer?
Let me know if you ever get into trouble.
Wow, I've never been friends with a lawyer before. This is like super cool. Thanks so much. Bye now.
That was amazing, Saori-san. You really pulled through for us.
It's fine.
Come on, I'll walk you back to the office. I want to review what we learned with Hoshino-kun and the others.
Sure.
Wie würde ich jetzt aussehen? Willst du dich wieder normal an? Ich würde mich. Das wäre so mies, wenn die danach wieder aussieht wie davor. Oh, so viel, ey. Izumida, ja, das ist der, Leute. Das ist Izumida. Der, wo das Sagen hat von dem und Ayabe und den anderen Hohlkopf. Ey, warum, Kim, warum sagst du mir das die ganze Zeit, ey? Alle, du warnst mich alle schön und gut, aber warn mich bitte nicht, alle. Wenn du mich warnst, passieren nur irgendwelche Sachen, alle. Komm jetzt, Sauri-san.
This again?
Und wie soll jetzt Sauri mir helfen? Komm, mein Leben, oh Mann, ey. Morus, die haben mein Leben so genockt, Alter.
What a waste.
Ich bin von Waffen so verletzt. Ich muss schauen, dass ich auf jeden Fall jetzt sehr wichtig, dass ich, guck mal, tödliche Wunden. Da. Du kannst sie jedoch behandeln lassen, indem du Moroboshi aufsuchst. Er lebt in der Kanalisation unterhalb des Children's Park. Jetzt, wie heißt es, Children's Park? Da muss ich nicht die ganze Map durchsuchen. Children's Park ist Verbandkasten. Weil Leute, schaut mal das Leben um links an. Oh, das ist nicht gut, Alter. Aber das mache ich auch. Ich mache die schon fertig, damit die nächste Folge wieder ganz normal anfangen kann. Da muss ich nicht bis dorthin rennen und dann zurück. Ich mache das kurz mit dem Verbandkasten und dann starte ich das Video dann. Okay, Kaito ist out. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Der ist übel verknallt in dir.
You're so beautiful, Saori-san.
Like a puppy. You should dress like that all the time, Saori-kun.
Yeah, good luck finding clients.
I'm changing.
There's a good chance Hashki's murder was premeditated, just like Chairman Kajihira suspected.
That's the conclusion you and Saori-kun reached?
Yeah, Hashki thought something was up with 89, doubted the authenticity of the research, seemed convinced they had fabricated data. He was desperately searching for proof before he died.
But was there anything actually wrong with it?
I tried analyzing the paper myself to find out, but it's like it was written in a different language. I'm searching for someone more knowledgeable as we speak, but nobody seems to suspect any foul play, not even online.
Yet Hashki was still searching for issues, and if he had managed to find one...
The ADDC would be long gone by now.
Then they murdered Hashki to keep the secret safe?
Don't be ridiculous. Who would kill a man just to protect a research paper?
It might not be as unlikely as you think. The ADDC has been bringing in billions of government yen ever since they published that paper. With that much cash involved, bumping someone off wouldn't be out of the question.
The question is, who killed Hashki?
A professional assassin, if I had to guess. The man in the black raincoat.
If he was an assassin, that would mean someone hired him.
Yeah. Someone who wanted to protect 89 and the ADDC. But who? Can't begin to imagine. But apparently Kido was out hyping up 89, raking in tons of dirty money in the process. Guy might even be involved with the Yakuza.
You're really suspicious of him, Yagami-san.
Well, if it looks like a rat.
Maybe Shintani got too close to the truth, and Kido offed him for it.
The thought has crossed my mind. Don't think we can say that for sure without looking more into Kido, though.
But judging from our last visit, that won't be as easy as you make it sound. He's practically a celebrity at this point.
Well, maybe if we can't get him to talk, prosecutor's office can.
Huh? What do you mean?
I've got a meeting with Izumida tomorrow. They're calling me in.
Isn't that the prosecutor who was trying to get you arrested?
He can try all he wants. That's what this meeting's about.
No chance in hell he agrees to help us then.
All depends on how this little chat goes. If I can convince him I'm innocent, I'll clear my name and put the squeeze on keto all in one fell swoop.
What are you planning, Yagami-san?
Das frage ich mich gerade auch, was hast du vor? Wie willst du deinen Namen reinwaschen?
Yo, everything's really fun. Guess it's good we let Saori-san handle the cabaret, huh?
Ich brauche jetzt echt eine Erholung, Alter, ey. In welchem Street war das nochmal? Children's Park. War das hier? Ja, gell? Wo man diesen Verbandkasten holen kann. Ja, es war, glaube ich, Children's Park. Sehr wichtig, ey. Was hast du vor, Yagami? Ich will das jetzt wirklich wissen. Und auch noch Isumida, ey. Dieser Isumida, der kotzt mich auch übel an, Alter. Der ist irgendwie schlimmer als Shintani, ey. So ein richtig unsympathischer Kerl, Alter. Der erste Eindruck zählt ihm und so wie der gekommen ist, der erste Eindruck von Isumida war einfach... Gott, Alter. Denn sein Leben ist es, Moruk. Moruk, chill mal dein Leben, Alter. Moruk, wie viel Leben hast du? Shit, Alter, ey. Genau hier, Moruk. Warum hier? Genau vor dem Laden, Alter. Moruk, was soll ich gegen den machen, Alter, ey? Guck mal, die sind richtig süchtig. Der ist am meisten süchtig. Ja, man, genau, wenn ich Dinger machen wollte. Was ist das? Ich kann mit Dinger gerade nichts anfangen. Ich hab mein Leben gemacht, ey. Alter, was soll ich machen, Alter, ey? Mein Leben, Alter. Ja, bitte, solche Leute sollen nicht kommen, ey, vor dem Detektivbüro, Alter. Und auch noch, wenn ich so wenig Leben habe. Oh mein Gott, von wo ich anfangen muss. Ich hoffe, die kommen nicht wieder. Lass mich ganz gechillt nach Hause, zum Büro bitte, ey. Was ist das? Preismedaille. Ich habe eigentlich viele Gegenstände. Ich könnte auch diesen Donner-Dingsbums da machen. Aber naja. Dieses Donner-Ding und so. Das werde ich aber auf jeden Fall noch schauen, bevor ich bei Hamura und so bin. Also wenn Hamura überhaupt noch auftaucht, der ist ja auch weg. Einfach untergetaucht, von denen hat man gar nichts mehr. Nicht, dass die wiederkommen, ey. Oh nein, okay, diesmal nicht. Hey, was sucht die hier unten? Warum heulst du?
Hm? Hm. Nah.
Ey, wieso, Mann? Ey, wieso spricht die an, Alter?
Nice.
Ah, okay.
Hm?
Ey, hör doch auf, Mann. Ihr wollt mich doch nur in mein Büro ausruhen, Alter.
Yep.
Ja, okay, ich gehe zum Kundengeschäft mit ins Schloss. Alles klar.
Yep.
Ja, Bock komme ich vorbei. Ciao, warte. Ja, wenn ich Zeit habe, aber ich glaube, diese Zeit werde ich nicht haben. So war die Tür schon. Ich bin jetzt ausruhen, Moro, was geht, Alter. Jeden Tag mit den gleichen Klamotten stinkt's nicht, Moro.
Yo. Got a message for you from Kuroiwa. Says to drop by the Tokyo Public Prosecutor's office. Izumina's waiting for you.
Why'd you have to come here to tell me that? Would have been easier to talk on the phone.
I got a bad feeling about all this.
Huh?
Feels like I'm never gonna see you again if you get yourself locked up now.
Come on, don't be like that. Even if I do get arrested, I won't say a word about your little side job. That's what you're worried about, right?
Yep. I might have to send someone to bump you off in prison if you rat me out.
Like you could pull that off. Aren't you busy dusting off Kuroiwa's boots?
I'm laying low, that's all.
Speaking of, I have a question for you now that you're off your leash. Why do they think I killed Jintani? They have to have a reason, right? You've gotta know.
Well, funny enough, I don't. Kuroiwa won't share a shred of info with anyone but his closest partners. Not sure why.
Gotcha.
Now, get over to the prosecutor's office. Sorry, but you gotta cover your own cab fare.
Yeah, I know.
Das wird was, ey. Was? Was ist das jetzt? Ach so, Taxi. Was ist am ersten da? Ja, der hier. Lass mal durch, ey. Max, man kann ich auch eigentlich in diese Street hier fahren. Shifuku Street. Oder kann ich das nicht? Weil... Ja, genau. Ich muss erstmal dahin, ey. So. Children Park. Wieso kann ich... Ah, jetzt. Ich wollte eigentlich in der nächsten Folge machen, aber ich mach's jetzt. Ich hole mir meinen Verbandkasten, ey. Weil irgendwas sagt nur, dass ich vielleicht campen muss oder so. Ihr habt ja selber gesehen. Ich habe richtig verkackt vorhin bei mein Leben. Guckt euch mal mein Leben an, habt ihr gesehen? Das ist nicht gut, ey. Ich muss mal untersuchen lassen. Ey, du bist richtig am Arsch, Alter. Was für ein Preis, Moro? Egal, ich lass mich erstmal untersuchen. Ja, mach. Ich will mein komplettes Leben wieder, jawohl, Alter. So, und jetzt gibst du mir noch Verwandtschaft.
Excuse me.
Hey, nein, ich wollte doch nur... Was? Nein, Mann, ey, ich hab keine Zeit für sowas, ey. Ich brauch Verbandskasten. Du sagst, es ist zu teuer gemacht? 120.000, ey. Ich habe euch mal gefragt wegen Dinger, Quickstarter, wo ich investieren soll, aber... Oha, voll viele haben schon investiert. Aber ihr habt mir nicht gesagt, wo ich investieren soll. Naja, ist ja auch nicht so schlimm. Ich habe jetzt kein Geld dadurch gemacht, gerade weil ich noch nicht mal investieren konnte. Soll ich mal kurz wo investieren, ey? Das gefällt mir. 9000 Yen. 2000. Yen. Ich hab's finanziert, Amon, Alter. Oh mein Gott, ey, ich bin so dumm, Alter. Ich mache jetzt kein Geld mehr. Schade, ich habe irgendwie viel Geld ausgegeben gerade. Egal. Eigentlich durch Nebenfälle kann man viel Geld machen, aber... Mal schauen. Vielleicht mache ich das mal privat. Ja, fahren wir los, haben wir.
I've been waiting for you, Yagami-san.
Rolling out the red carpet, huh?
Izumida was hoping you'd lower your guard if I was the first person you saw here.
The man never changes. He loves his mind games.
Yagami-kun, how did they convince you to come?
I heard your pal Izumida wants to chat. And depending on what I say, he may or may not try to arrest me.
I'm not sure it'll be quite like that.
Huh? Then what's it gonna be?
Well, you're about to get thrown to the wolves.
Hey, Mafuyu.
Good luck. Excuse me. I've brought Yagami-san.
Much appreciated.
Huh. Even the chief prosecutor's in on this.
Please come in.
So these are the wolves. A room full of prosecutors, huh?
Yagami-sensei, I believe Kuroiwa-san already told you this, but we want to talk to you about Shintani-sensei's murder. However, this is not a courtroom. And we're not strangers, or wolves. Just try to relax.
Yeah, relax, right. I'm not telling you what you want to hear, though. You want me to say I killed Shintani, right? Sorry, not happening. The burden of proof's on you anyway. So why don't we start there? Why do you think I did it?
Yagami-sensei, where were you on the night of Shintani-sensei's murder?
Answer my question with another question? That's not very nice.
Do you have an alibi for that evening?
You heard of a company called KJ Art? The place is a front for some Kansai Yakuza, the Kyorei clan. On the night of the crime, I was near there with their captain, Shioya. He'll back my story up, I'm sure.
And care to explain why Shintani-sensei's corpse was found in your office?
I was hoping you could tell me. Maybe the real killer could answer that for you.
Naturally. That's why I called you here.
Mind if I interject?
Go right ahead, Morita-san.
Yagami-san, you stole a look at Shintani-sensei's call history before the police arrived, yes? Not long before his death, he placed a call to the Advanced Drug Development Center. Knowing that, you barged into the center and interrogated both Kido-san and Shono-san. Why would you do such a thing?
I wanted to figure out what made Shintani a target. Who wanted him dead?
Is that not the police's job?
I couldn't leave it to them, or the prosecution. After all, you guys have a bad habit of going after the wrong guy. Kinda like right now.
I see. So you mean to imply someone else killed Shintani-sensei? Do you have anything that could prove that claim?
Deshalb bin ich hier. Hä, was soll ich machen? Wie soll ich das beweisen? Die Beweislast liegt bei der Staatsanwaltschaft, deshalb bin ich hier. Was mache ich?
That's the only reason I'm here.
Oh, how responsible of you.
The prosecution's proven unreliable, after all. I've been working my ass off because of you guys. Now, can we begin?
Yes, you have the floor, Yagami.
So kann ich herausfinden, wie die Staatsanwaltschaft Shintanis Fall sieht.
Before we get to Shintani's murder, there are a few things I need to cover. 1 year ago, the ADDC published a research paper on a new drug they were developing called 89. This drug has gained global recognition as the thing that may finally cure Alzheimer's disease. What hasn't gained recognition is the fact that someone from the ADDC was murdered 6 months ago.
An ADDC member murdered? Who?
Oh, jetzt kommt's. Terasawa, gell?
A nurse by the name of Emi Terasawa.
Come on. Emmy died 3 years ago, not 6 months. I think you, of all people, would remember that. Seems you're not as sharp as I thought.
Actually, hold on. The ADDC employee who got murdered was...
Ach so, die wollen Dinger, alles klar, ja, das kann ich euch auch sagen. Da, ja, genau, Hashiki.
the vice director, Toru Hashiki. Hashiki was seen arguing with a strange man in Kamurocho before being found lying beaten in the street. He died in the hospital 3 weeks later. The culprit is still at large. Did you know of this case?
It's the first I've heard of it.
Understandable. It didn't make many headlines. Incidentally, this Hashiki guy had a pretty big secret.
Uh-huh.
Turns out he was working for the Kajihira Group, a massive construction company based out of Kansai. Kajihira was planning to redevelop the land the ADDC sits on. He'd already settled it with the Minister of Health, had the Kyorei clan muscle in on the turf too. But the plan fell apart when 89 was announced. Kajihira ended up taking a pretty big hit, to the tune of 100 billion yen.
What?
That's when Hashiki came in, swearing to Kajihira that he'd scuttle 89, no matter what it took. Just before he was beaten half to death, Hashiki went out with another member of the ADDC. Someone deeply involved in the development of 89. Someone he thought he could manipulate.
Shono.
I'm sure you recognize this man, Izumida-san. 3 years ago, he testified about the murder that had taken place at the ADDC. He claimed he had seen the victim, a patient by the name of Waku, still alive.
I remember him. You're referring to Dr. Shono?
Mm-hmm. He's also the head of the 89 research team. Hashiki was grilling Shono, convinced that there was something fishy going on with 89.
Like what?
He thought they had fabricated data and falsified the effects of the drug. After all, it wasn't until rumors of closing the ADDC started swirling that Director Kido suddenly announced 89. Hashiki was convinced it was all too convenient to be coincidence. But that doubt didn't sit well with those who stood to rake in massive profits off 89's development.
Are you implying Hashiki's murder was premeditated?
Sounds like we're finally on the same page, Izumida-san. I had the exact same thought. Taking all this into account, doesn't it seem like there really is something fishy about 89? So let's get back to Shintani. Just before he was murdered, he called the ADDC and tried to get in touch with a very specific someone. Maybe that phone call provoked whoever is trying to hide the truth about 89. Shintani was an obstacle, just like Hashiki. He had to be removed. What I'm saying is, there's a chance anyone who gets too close to learning the true nature of 89 is being murdered. And if you haven't investigated down that path, then one thing's pretty clear. You have a lot more work to do before you can arrest me. Wouldn't you say? Answer me, Izumida! If you still want to bring me in, let's see some proof. All these prosecutors, and nobody's got any proof.
That's quite a theory, Yagami-san. Truly fascinating. There were details in there even we weren't aware of. You've clearly done your homework.
I'd be glad to hand over my findings if it'll help. After all, 89's practically a household name at this point. Lifting the lid on him might be too much for me to handle all on my own. And besides, I think I'd rather work with you than Izumida here.
Krass, Yagami, Alter.
You need to lose the attitude, Yagami.
Sorry, I need to take this. Yes, hello? Is that so? Yes, you've done excellent work. Thank you. Just so you're aware, the prosecution has made a coordinated effort with law enforcement. We've already submitted a request for the court to issue a warrant. I'm sorry for the call, but that was the verification of our request, you see.
You're still gonna arrest me after all this, huh?
Fortunately, you're not the one under arrest.
What?
I wouldn't celebrate. We're not done with you just yet. It's in the interest of closing the case.
Listen here, Yagami. You know who Shintani's killer was? It's your old friend, Ayabe.
Fuck.
What?
Striations on the recovered bullet are a perfect match to his firearm. There's no doubt. He's the one. Like it or not, he's going down.
Ey Leute, ich mein's gerade ernst, ich hatte sowieso eine Vermutung mit Ayabe, weil der kommt einfach in den Zimmer und so rein von Yagami. Ich wollte das vorhin erwähnen. Also Leute, wie es in der nächsten Folge weitergeht, spannend weitergeht, das sehen wir dann. Hade.